Time for some more of this. I don't know why I brought this up because I'm not even using it. I guess I just needed it as a prop because I am drinking today. But, as I've already teased in some podcast or whatever, this one's a bit of a difference. The great thing is they're all being still recorded out of order. So, whether this is Snack Stash or not, I don't know. Whether this is still Sip and Snack, I don't know. Because the other ones still refer to Sip and Snack. So, it's sort of the Snack Stash, because that's my name. Well, the Ash bit is. Whatever. So, I went completely the opposite. Instead of trying something new, we're going to do the taste test. Except, we're going practically lowest of the low. I am thinking about doing it for cola, at least diet form, if they even do cheap diet cola. I have gone for the cheapest. They're literally here. I can sort of there. Oh, hang on. And there's another two. Wow, another. It's out of shot. I've got 4 different bottles here from the 4 big supermarkets over here. Because I was going to do a taste test, because it's like, you know, okay, let's see which is the shittiest. Then I noticed an issue. You'll see it as we get along. So, in the blue corner, we have the Tesco's Everyday Value Sparkling Spring Water. I think 17p. I can't even remember exactly. In the white corner, because there can't be a green corner, but also look at the label. Morrison Savers Sparkling Water. The only reason I say white corner is because, as I say, the label pretty much says it itself. In the green corner, Asda, Walmart, whatever you want to call it, Smart Price Sparkling Spring Water. And in the orange corner, Sainsbury's Basic Sparkling Table Water. It's a different word. Now, if you looked at them while I showed them, you might have noticed that 2 of them have green caps. God, that was a weird sort of mid-focus, like, what is this going on? And 2 of them have white caps. The great thing is, if you look into it in more detail, Exhibit A, Sainsbury's Water, Greenmore Spring, and the postcode, which it probably isn't going to autofocus on. Come on. Can we? There we go. HD8 OPQ. God, that's a cool wow. Thanks, autofocus. Morrison's. This one's a bit tougher because I have to hold it closer to the camera. There we go. HD8 OPQ Shepley Spring. Shepley Spring. So different, but completely the same postcode. Which in theory I would think mean they're basically the same water. Also, in terms of the exhibits, look at the style of the bottles. If I put them side by side, you'll notice they're exactly the same bottle. Even down to the little bold bit, sort of where my glasses are level with. Hopefully you can see that. So there's the bigger issue. So it's like, okay, so I'm basically trying 3 different sets of water. Let's go to Tesco's. Thankfully, you can sort of see it from here. Chase Spring. No postcode on it. I don't need to, because Asda. Dabba 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 ba 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 ba. So I'm tasting the same water twice. Brilliant. And because I actually need water down here so I can actually, you know, I guess I'm weaning off cola to some extent. Or because there's 4 litres here. I have some in the bedroom. Some here by my side. So we are starting off with the Sainsbury's. We're going to alternate to try and see whether there is actually any difference. Have these got the same dates on? Oh, that's interesting. They've even got the same sort of labelling on that. That's October. That is... oh, January. So what we've established here is Morrison's stock is older than Sainsbury's, and Tesco's is older than Asda by a week. But there's like months here. This is like January 2019. I could drink this in a year and it'd still be alright. Probably. Something I've just noticed that is actually the same for all 4 of these. The lids are not uniform. This is going to be the longest video on the cheapest shit of water. As you can tell, it's not probably going into focus. There's a dent on the lid. It's not actually... there's a little gap there. You can just about see it. Hopefully. Even in 480 it's sort of auto-focusing well, so... great job! So here we go. Here's the Sainsbury's one. I mean, I'm not expecting it to sort of taste dramatically sort of flavoury or spring-like, but part of me wants to try it now with the other one and see if they are the same. Which is hard, because how do I clean it out my mouth when the water is the same? So this, again with the white cap, I've just noticed it's actually the same with the green caps as well. Just take my word for it. Otherwise this video will be going 2 hours. This is the Morrison's one. Interesting. There might be something in this, guys. There's something interesting about this. So I don't know whether this is because it might actually be a different spring. The Morrison's one has a slight different kick afterwards, you know, in terms of the spring water flavour. That isn't what I expected. I think all in all I think this was the most expensive at 25. So as it stands, that's the one that hasn't had the flavour so far, which is a good start. So now we'll transition over to Asda. This and the Tesco one should be the same, because they're from the same spring, with the same postcode and everything. So again, the design of the bottle, as you can see, ribbed just to show it here, and that's ribbed as well for extra pleasure, maybe. That's got more of a spring sort of flavour. It's interesting. That didn't have that much. That had sort of the aftertaste. But now that we've got to the Asda, I'm getting the spring water flavour immediately. Even as it sort of stays still in my mouth. And then just to let it settle, because obviously it's fizzy. And then the aftertaste as well, when it comes down, there's a spring sort of like the mineral sort of taste that you would get with a spring water, because it comes out of rocks and stuff. In theory, the Tesco one should be exactly the same. I mean, do they even have the same 12, 2.5, 8 salt, or sodium anyway. Chloride, 12 sulfate, 14 nitrate 5, pH. Okay, this is really interesting. So this actually says how much bicarb there is in it, which the other one doesn't, which is an interesting twist. Unsurprisingly, they haven't bothered with nutritional info of any form on the Morrison stuff, nor on the Sainsbury's. I'm just looking though. As the one that I just had says it's a pH of 5.5. So it's acidic. If you don't know how the pH scale works, it goes 0 to 14. Acidic is 0 to 7. You go more alkaline from 7 to 14. 7 is neutral, so it's like neither. The interesting thing is, the Asda water is labelled here as a 5.5 pH. This Tesco water, god damn, I nearly dropped it and spilt it all. That would have been fun. Says pH at source, so it might be a bit different, 7.8. So, are they just putting something on there to sort of confuse me? I might have to do it again. This is weird. That's even more weird. I don't know whether it's because of the fizziness. But I've got a pig. Okay, I know how that tastes. It's weird that I thought because they're two same bottles and it's from the same source. It's taking longer than I thought for cheap water. weird thing is, they actually sort of taste different. With the confusing thing being that the Tesco one, which is supposedly less acidic from source, tastes slightly more, as spring water should. So, this is confusing. I'm confused. The bottles seem like they're two different sets of waters. But in reality, somehow, they are slightly different? Maybe? Those ones for sure, because they supposedly are different springs in Shepley for the Morrisons and Greenmore for the Sainsbury's. But then even these two that are supposed to be the same spring, same postcode and everything, I don't know whether it's because I'm tasting them one after another, but the Tesco one tastes slightly more acidic than the Asda one, even though the label says that, in theory, at least, if that is the pH at source from the Asda one. Mind blown. All for like 80p. My mind is blown. I don't know where to go here. I might as well just end it because I'm bloody confused. Check out all the other content. Be it Owen, be it AJ, be it me. Be it wrestling, be it movies, be it more stuff like this. Or parks related stuff with Owen as well. I'm dumbfounded. I guess this is where I press the button to end it.